Welcome to Crowd the Tap, a citizen science investigation of safe drinking water. I'm Brian Malow, and I'm not a scientist, just a citizen scientist like you. I'm actually a science comedian, but this isn't a funny video. Sorry. I've participated in a lot of citizen science projects. I just think they're cool and fun, so my friends at SciStarter asked me if I would make some videos about Crowd the Tap to show you how easy this project is and to remind you that your participation will help scientists address an important public health issue. Of course, you'll find much more information on the website at crowdthetap.org. You'll find lesson plans for students, answers to common questions, and there's also a forum if you have any other questions. And if you came to this project through a partner organization, you might have one of the two water testing kits, the at-home strip test or the water collection bottles. If so, you'll find my other two videos on the website as well, and we'll stick the links in the video description below. In this video, I'll show you how to check your pipes to see what they're made of, and then you're almost done. But not quite. If you want to be a citizen scientist, you have to share your data. So I'll walk you through the questionnaire, which will enable scientists to build a statistical model to predict the risk of lead in drinking water in homes. So let's do it. Now, you might already know what your pipes are made of. Maybe you have some paperwork from a home inspection, or maybe you've had a plumber replace your old pipes. But I'm going to have to check mine. And I'm going to start by finding my water heater. Mine is under my house in my basement. Come on. Your pipes are probably made of either plastic, copper, steel, or lead, or maybe a combination. The questionnaire will ask you about the service line and the pipes in your home. But if your water heater is in a closet or you can't find the service line, you might only be able to report on the pipes in your home, and that's okay. But I can trace this pipe all the way back to where my service line enters my basement. It comes up from the ground, then there's the cutoff valve to shut off water to the whole house, and it leads all the way back here to the water heater. Now, I have a penny and a magnet, and I'm going to use them to help figure out what my pipes are made of. But I think it's kind of obvious. The service line is a kind of plastic. It doesn't sound like metal. The magnet won't stick to it. That's plastic. But I do have some metal pipes here. And the magnet doesn't stick to it. It's copper colored, the color of a penny. Those pipes are copper. Now, we're really only interested in the pipes in your home, so we're not going to worry about these short segments that are just connectors. But I do want to use one to show you something. See this little section of silvery, metallic, colored metal? That's metal, and the magnet does stick to it. Well, that's steel. If it were a silvery metallic color and the magnet didn't stick to it, it might be lead. But there's another test you can do, a scratch test, using a penny or something as hard. If you scratch steel, you're not going to have much of an effect. But lead is a very soft metal, and if you scratch it, you can actually scrape off part of it, leaving a silvery streak. But if you do this, please take these simple precautions. Don't inhale around it while you're doing it because we don't want you to inhale any lead particles. And when you're done, use a wet paper towel to wipe it off, throw that away, wash your hands. And that's really all there is to it. So my service line is plastic, and the pipes in my home are plastic and copper. Let's go to crowdthetap.org and report our data. I'm already logged in, but you might have to log in, or if you've never been here before, you might have to create a profile. It's very simple. You only need an email address, a username, and a password. Once you're in, click on Report Data, and you'll see there are several tabs, and it starts with a consent form. This is the longest page on the whole questionnaire, and I encourage you to read it yourself, but basically it's some legal disclosures, and then it asks if you consent to participate. If you click no, you can't participate, and the good news is you don't have to fill out the rest of this form. But if you'd like to participate, click yes and enter your name. Then it asks if you'd like to make your name public. This is only so your name can be shown on the website as a participant, but no matter what you answer, the rest of your data remains confidential. Click Start, and it will take you to the next tab, Your Home. Also, once you hit Start, the forum becomes available to you. So if you have any questions, you can post them here. Your Home. In this tab, you'll enter your address and answer some questions about your house. What kind of house? Do you own or rent? How old is it? Do you pay a water utility or have a private well? And then there are some demographic questions about the people that live in your home. On some of the questions, one option is prefer not to answer. But if you're comfortable answering, these questions will enable the scientists to determine if there are any racial or economic disparities in water quality. Hit Save and Continue, and the next tab is Your Pipes. There are two short sections here, one about your home plumbing and one about your service line. Or if you said you have a private well, it will ask about your well casing. You don't have to answer the magnet test part, but you can. The important thing is, what are your pipes made of? So my home plumbing is copper and plastic. You can choose as many of these as apply. And my service line is plastic. Finally, it asks, have the pipes in your residence ever been replaced? I don't know. Save and Continue. The Water tab has a few questions about your water. Does it have a taste, an odor, a color? Does it leave a stain? Is there anything floating in it? And have you had any leaks in the past year? No. If you have one of the water testing kits from a partner organization, you can click Save and come back later and enter the chemistry information. But for most people, just click Done and submit the data. And that's it. Congratulations, you're a citizen scientist, and you've helped to improve the safety of our drinking water. If you happen to have one of the water testing kits, check out my other two videos. And on behalf of everyone at SciStarter and Crowd the Tap, thank you.